Hi, guys. This is Jonathan Ribble. Um it is my pleasure to come at you today. Normally, I have my partner in crime, Omar Valaro, with me, but um, he's having some internet issues today, so we'll hopefully he'll get back up online tonight. Um, but with that said, I'm wishing you all great Monday morning, man. It's great to be alive. It's always a great day to be alive. Yesterday's history. Tomorrow is a mystery, but today's a gift, and that's why they call it the present. So, without further ado, welcome to our show, Branded or Stranded. Now, we are going to be doing a challenge this week. I'm really getting excited about it. I just want to let you know, go to branded or stranded.com. Branded or stranded.com. Register for the challenge. Be sure you do. And we've got some exciting prizes. I'm going to talk about two things today that I think are crucial. I'm also going to announce something very special that we're working on right now with a lot of designers and stuff like that. I'm really getting excited about this. Um, the with that being said, my name is Jonathan Ribble. Thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for logging on. Be sure to play full out, and we will get right into this. So, I believe that passion makes perfect. Most people struggle, as I did, for years trying to figure out what am I supposed to do with my freaking life. You ever wake up in the morning and ask yourself, or say to yourself, look in the mirror and say, "This is not my life." It's an everyday thing. We sometimes can feel like we're on a hamster wheel of life, always working. Even in the Bible, it says, we hear that some of you are busybodies, always working, going here, going there, doing everything, but accomplishing absolutely nothing. And we work so hard. My father in law was 83 years old. Now, I loved this guy. Me and my father in law weren't like other in laws. We were two peas in a pod. I love this guy. You don't have a clue. See, my biological dad left when I was 3, and his name was Bob. But when I met my father in law, he became my dad for 7 years. He passed away all of too late. I only had 7 years with the man, but he did more for me in that 7 years than any biological dad could have ever done. I mean, I considered this guy royalty. This guy was a king he was tip of the top, cream of the crop. It was Bob Williams. That's where it stopped. I can tell you that from the bottom of my heart. There's not a day that goes by I don't miss this man incredibly. However, when Dad died, and I'm kind of looking like him up here, when Dad died, he died with no hair, and no teeth, and no money at 83 years old. He worked every day of his life. He's the only guy I used to say, he's the only guy I know that worked. He was 80 years old, but he worked 180 years. I mean, he worked 3 jobs for 40 years. 3 jobs for 40 years, guys. 3 jobs. Just he was on work release. And he had no money. I mean, when you're sitting in a funeral home and the funeral home director comes over to you and says, "We're going to need another $1,200 to put him into the ground." It's he had no money and nothing to leave his kids except a little house. Um, you know, probably worth, I mean, it was worth less, I think, than when he bought it. I mean, he was always working on it, always fixing it. I loved the guy, but, but he was not a carpenter. Yeah, he dug out his own basement. This guy dug out his own basement. You know, when he first bought the house, he tells me the story. He bought the house for $5,000. His house payment was $49. Now, back then, they had a rule, a strict rule. Your house payment was not over 25% of what your income was. And so he did not go over $49. He made $49 a week. His house payment was $49 without a basement and without a garage. They said, you know, for a few dollars more, we can put a basement and a garage on that place. I said, nope, it's $49. That's what I'm going to pay. So he stuck to his guns and he didn't get a basement. He had a kid and he dug his own basement out with his hand. That kids will make you do crazy things. He dug his own basement out. That's where I get most of my. I got my message, my program that I built called "Dig a Basement." But anyway, I'm going to get into what the topic of this is multiple streams of income. But I think first of all, you have to know your purpose, because I mean, you don't want to flounder there either. You know, most people that get into being an entrepreneur, a coach, a business owner, they want to start their own thing because they don't like their boss. You know, first of all, those aren't reasons to start a business. You have to have a dream and a passion that it's got to be a sick compulsion. Okay, you've got to have a goal that's so exhilarating that it excites you and it scares you at the same time. One that's so in tune with your mental and spiritual core that you'll willingly dedicate all of your waking hours to its attainment, so that you can say at the end of your life, I'm grateful to the idea that used my life. You know, and that's what I would uh, strongly encourage. That get a goal, get a passion, find your passion. In the little banner that's dropping by down below, you can go to jonathanribble.com/opt-in and get a free course on building your passion, discovering your purpose. I typically have an uncanny ability when I work one-on-one with somebody to find out what they're called to do within 25 minutes of talking to them. So find out your purpose, your passion. But then I want to talk to you about multiple MSIs, multiple streams of income. You know, you can't just work a job for 40 years. My father-in-law did it, and he died with no hair, no teeth, and no money. So for 83 years, he was on this earth. Now, how do you do that? How do you go 83 years, guys? 83 years. You know, I've heard for most prison pays better. Prison pays better. You know, why are the prisons full? It pays better. Uh, People say the crime doesn't pay. Well, don't want to do it, but if you think about it, you've got a place to stay, got a roof over your head, you got 3 hots in a cot, and you're getting paid a daily wage, and you're learning a trade all at the same time. Now, I don't want to go there, but I think a lot of us are in that prison, and it's called the prison of purposelessness. We do not have a purpose. And so I strongly want to encourage you guys to discover a purpose for your life, because this is the only way that you're going to ever accomplish anything great in life is get your goals written down, be succinct about what you want, and discover who you are. So take that offer. It's free. There's no credit card required. JonathanRibble.com/opt-in. You give me your email address and I'll help you find your purpose. Multiple streams of income. How do I do it? Well, a lot of people go to right to affiliates. Well, again, it goes back to your purpose, goes back to your personas, goes back to your ideal client. Because if you don't know who your ideal clients are out there, you're going to struggle with the ordeal of clients, and then you're going to end up wanting a new deal. So, got to figure out who you want to serve. Who do you want to serve, and who do you want to help? My goal is to help emerging entrepreneurs and business owners that have reached some level of success, but they have to reinvent themselves. They have to do some changing. And I'm telling you, COVID-19, if you are not on the internet yet, you are missing the boat. If you have not built your online presence yet, I don't want it's going to take for you to do that, but you got to get with the game. You have to get with the game. Um, the doing business the way we did 20 years ago, if you continually do business the way you did 20 years ago, you're going to be out of business. That I went on a I went on I used a sign company at one point to do. I used to do a lot of trade shows in the physical world, home shows, boat shows, anywhere the homeowners were. I was there. I would set up a booth. I'd help other companies set up these booths. I'd help generate leads for them. Anyway, I saw a sign at one of these sign companies I used to create a banner, and the sign was a sign. A business with no sign is a sign of no business. And if you are not um, aggressively learning or having someone get you your online presence built up, you're missing the mark. I've seen people spend thousands of dollars on certification programs, and they spend $50 on Facebook advertising or Google advertising. And then when they do that, they don't have any place to go to. Well, hopefully that's going to change. For what we're working on, we are working on a streamlined. Oh, it's incredible. I told Umar I wasn't going to announce it, but we are working on. We've got some developers. You've not seen anything like this. Um, I've got a client that I think she can work on this. But you have not seen anything like what we are going to bring out to you. I mean, I really, this is going to solve a lot of people's problems. Every tool I've seen out there to get online, and I'm kind of giving it away right now, but every tool I have seen to get online out there has glitches all the way through it. There's just glitches, and they charge outrageous fees, and they give you very little. And you are going to be incredibly impressed with what our developers are putting together. This is what I mean by multiple streams of income and masterminding and getting with. So many people are afraid to get with a group of people. They're afraid to reach out. They're afraid to mastermind. If I can do anything else, I want to encourage you to reach out for help, to reach out to others, to build your network. Don't just try to sell people. Build your network, because your network will equal your net worth. Do more than you're paid to do, and you'll be paid more for what you do. I get up every morning and I decide purposefully, this is what I'm going to do. And I am telling you what, the thing we're rolling out is incredible, guys. It's incredible. That's all I'm going to say. And you got to despise not the day of small beginnings. Everything starts with a seed, but through masterminding and working with several developers and several designers, we are coming up with something that's absolutely going to be incredible. So, by the way, brandedorstranded.com. If you're watching later, brandedorstranded.com. In fact, I'll just put it up in the comments here. Go to that website. Get in on this challenge this week because we're going to be we're going to be showing you how to do certain things, how to get online. We're going to do some exposure techniques, how to get a little bit more exposure. Actually, I'll tell you right now, just a couple of things. If you're trying to build a list, this is some of the ways that I've been learning how to build a list online organically and don't have to pay for the ads. Is basically number one, your own profile. This is what I have learned. Your own profile. It's okay to post business stuff occasionally, but your own profile should be a place of trust. I need to trust you. And if you're just always shoving stuff down my throat, change your cover photo from what you do there to be a normal person on your Facebook profile. Now, I'm posting this to my Facebook profile because I'm trying to get the exposure of the viewership up. Okay. But I'm also posting this out to 8 different locations. So YouTube, I'm posting out to our page. You get a business page. Okay. Get a business page and not 18 of them. Get a business page and groups. So you got your profile, right? Make sure you add your website to your profile. You go over to settings. You can edit your profile. Make sure if you have a website. If you don't have a website, you need to get one. And I'm not just talking about a website that is a useless piece of information. Websites scare people away. Okay. You need to get something that get what we call a funnel. Get something that can funnel people through, but get an online presence, and then that's where you can send people to. The next thing is, so if I come to your website from another group or another your page, and I just check you out, and I see that he's a dog lover. I don't know if I'm a dog lover completely, but I have one. So manage your profile right. And when people do come, they'll see, this guy has a little bit of few things. He posts a few things of value. Then you can segment your friends list. Oh, this has been because I was posting stuff to my profile because I wanted all my friends to see it. Well, Facebook doesn't work that way anyway. Facebook has algorithms. Facebook will really only notify people that you've had communication with in the last 2 weeks anyway. So the way you do this is you segment your friends group. Okay. You can segment friends groups for family. You can segment your friends groups for your friends lists for your church. You can segment your friends list for your coaches. You can segment your friends list for your personal development people. You can segment. I have a list called Tony Robbins, and I have a list called coaches, and I have a list called So then when I want to post something, I can go over. In fact, I'll just show you here real quick. Let me open up my Facebook. sure I get that open. And I'll come back here. And we're going to go ahead and share the screen. Let's see here. Chrome tab, Facebook here. So I'm sharing my Facebook. So if I come over here, if I actually click on this one, this is my profile. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to edit my profile. Okay. So I do have a lead magnet, and that is, and I'm going to edit this information right here. So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to edit this one. And I'm going to add a website. Actually, I think I'm going to take one away right now here. And I'm going to put this one up instead. And they can click on those links. And when they do, okay, so I save that. Now, what else can I do here? See, I changed this up here. Who's the boss? Meet London. That's London right there. So I'm a normal guy. I'm not. So if I come back over here, now I am posted into the group here. I'm gonna. Don't know why that showed up on mine, but I don't want that here. So I think I posted that. But these are just some videos I've done. And this is a picture of London. So I'm just a normal guy, okay? You can put a picture down here or whatever if you're doing something. Like here, we have if somebody wants to click on that, they can come here and they can go to the challenge. It's so they can get some information on that. So, but basically some basic information there about me. And then if I just make sure you're still with me here. So, but that's our web. That's a profile. And then you have, if you come back over to pages, okay, I'm going to go home. Remember when I said your friends list? Well, I started getting a lot of friends from Tony Robbins, okay? So these are all the people. See how this works? These are all my people now. And guess what? In this segment here, there's no ads. There's no ads. It's wonderful. So now, if I wanted to post something to Tony Robbins people only, they're going to see it. Not everybody is. If I want to see, if I want to see your, let's go over here and let's see here. This is my page again. If I want to come here, back over here to friends list, friends list, and here I go to coaches. Now I can post only to people that want to be a coach, are a coach, decide they you know, this is what some things I want to encourage you guys, if you want to be a coach. Now, this guy wants to be a coach. He's in, or she. This is something I would not put on my profile. You know who that is. It's Bernie Sanders. I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican. I've learned stay less controversial, especially now that's on her profile because she probably isn't aware that she's putting it on somewhere else. So this is another way to build your list, and so that's your friends list. So if I want to post something in there, then all of my potential coaches will get it. All of my or if I want to post something to the Tony Robbins people that are fans of Tony Robbins, I can post something in there. There's all sorts of things that you can do with segmenting out your friends list. That way on your profile, and this is free, guys. This is free to do. Facebook has tools here. Now you want to be careful that you don't, and you can message each of these friends, but you don't want to be overly spammy about your things that you're offering. But you can ask open-ended questions. You can get the conversation going. You can post things that get some interaction, and then Facebook will actually send people your way because you're making your conversations engaging. Another thing I'd talk about real quick is groups. Please do not go into groups and poach. I'll open up a group here. One of my groups. These are I call them reality shows, but we're having a lot of things. This is the New World, New You Challenge, official Tony Robbins comeback challenge. There's 618,000 people in this group. By the way, on Friday, there was 465,000. So over the weekend, there's been 200,000 people added to this group. So now I can come over here to members because I'm a part of this group. I can go down to the friends. I got 486 friends in this group. So then what I can do is I can go over their name. I can check it to see if they're in. Nope. I'm going to put him in Tony Robbins and in my coaches group. Added friends list. Tony Robbins. See what I just did? Then when I will see all of his information. Why is that important? Because I can post. So if I come back over here, get out of that group, got to give it a second here. But if I come over here, now if I go back to Tony Robbins, I can see their posts. Let's see here. He's got 29 views. He's trying to be a coach. He's teaching somebody something on here. But these are all Tony Robbins. So if I wanted to, so I can respond to Mary. Absolutely. And then this is So I can go through here and just respond to any of those, or I can post something to everybody. Who has still struggled with finding your life's passion? That did not go on my timeline. See? That only went to that's in a feed, but it should not show up on mine. Yeah. It didn't show up on my profile. It showed up in a feed. It went to the feed. So when you post something to the feed, so this will give you some ways to segment out your list. And when you go to a group, please respect the house that you're in when you go to a group. If you go to a group and they have specific rules about no spam, no links, no any of that stuff, no sign up here with $500 and I'll send you cash, you need to really respect their rules. But the purpose of the group is adding value to the group. Be a person that adds value. Do not take anything away. Don't ask anybody to send you a friend request. You just say, if I post a lot of videos inside of these groups because videos tend to get interaction. Have something to say when you go into the group. Be a person that adds value, and your life will change. People will start responding tenderly towards you instead of you just trying to sell. Be a person that gives. Be a person that gives. Continually give till it hurts. Mother Teresa said that. I know it takes a lot of work. But you have to. It takes a lot of work, but if you stay the course and you just do these things, so you can go into different groups. What type of groups? That depends on who your ideal client is. Sometimes my ideal client, if it's a business owner, I know business owners like to golf. I'm not a very good golfer. I've just studied the game a little bit. So if I go into a group of golfers, I'm not a coach. I'm not a mentor. I can take some things from golf and say, things I've learned about life. It's like golf. You got to learn how to play the long game, not just the short. Would you agree? And it gets the conversation rolling. And then when I can converse back and forth, then down the road, if they want to add me as a friend or vice versa, and then the next day I might say, you know what? I have found how to improve my golf game was improving my passion. Who would like to find your passion? You see, but I'm not sharing any links, not giving anything away, all that. So just so be careful of the groups, because if you go into a group, and on your invites with Facebook will put you in jail if you are trying to invite too many people. When I first got into this, and I'll go ahead and stop this share so I can come back at you. When I first got into this, Facebook put me in jail because I come from the old school. I understand we all want to earn a living. We all are in sales of some sort, but Facebook is not a Rolodex. Facebook is not for you to just come in and poach people. People they don't come to Facebook looking for a coach. They don't come to Facebook looking to join a challenge, or They come to Facebook uh, to vent, to relax, to kind of just check in with their people and with their friends. And as long as you don't come across overtly salesy and all that, and I have a tendency to do that. I mean, because I'm a salesman. I'm a salesman, and I have solutions. It's like I got frustrated when I first got into this because it's like if people would only hear my solutions, kind of like I was with my wife for a while. If you would only, the world would be a lot better. If you would only, can't can't happen that way. So, but with a group, you can you can post value in the group. Uh, and thank you for saying that, Scott. Scott Nelson says lots of value here. Uh, Hoping I post this later. So you can watch it in full as I'm doing things around the house as I watch. Well, okay, good, good. They, but that's what this. So this week on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you definitely want to join our challenge because we'll go over this a little bit more. Because on Thursday, I'm really beefing up my exposure talk on how to get exposure. So I'm not giving too much away today. But on Thursday of this week, I'm going to be talking about exposure is greater than expertise. I'll give you a snapshot. You can be the smartest person in the corner of the room, but if I don't know who you are, it doesn't matter. But then the guy that's the host of the party, he's shaking hands with a freaking clown. And you know you can do a lot better job than that guy. But the trouble is, you don't know the host. You got an invite, but you're really not even good with him because you haven't built your exposure level up because you're afraid to talk to anybody. You won't do a video chat. You won't. You put off everything. Oh my gosh, it's a video chat. He's gonna try to sell me something. I love it. I thrive on that. I thrive on people when they try to sell me something. You know why? Because I might be able to learn something. I think so many of us are afraid of that. Now, I think I get so sick and tired of the messages that come through and saying, "Hey, I'm doing Forex trading. You want to buy my Bitcoins?" Or I get messages that come in and say, "Hey, how are you?" I'm like, "Who are you?" Um, don't just try to spam messages out to people you don't even have a relationship built with. They don't even know you. They've never met you. Build the relationship back and forth, back and forth. I know it takes a lot of work, but it pays big time in the end. Trust me, I know. So, with that being said, multiple streams of income, you've got to be able to build your online presence and you've got to believe that you can do it. That's the biggest thing, belief. I'll leave you with this, kind of like I leave most things. I think it's very important for us to write down what we want, write down a date by which we want to get it, write down a service in which you're going to give in exchange for the thing that you want, write down a plan of how you're going to bring that service to the surface, and then write out a life statement of how you feel now that you've got the money. Now that you're walking in that service, now this is the plan, and you love it when it comes together. And then number 6, read that life statement out loud twice daily with emotion, feeling and seeing yourself already in possession of the thing you want. And that will help pour gasoline on the dream and light the fire of your desire and give you a passion and a purpose. That'll help. But go to jonathanribble.com/opt-in. Get the free gift of how to find your purpose because without a purpose, without a passion, you're going to be swatting at the wind. So that's the first thing. The next thing is go to jonathanribble.com or brandedorstranded.com and join our challenge, okay? Uh, uh, or jonathanribble.com/challenge. Let me just see if I can put this up here. Right here it is. Oops. Then we'll go here. Then we come back over here. Yeah, here we go. JonathanRibble.com/challenge, guys, /challenge. Have a great day, guys. Take care. Wish you all the best. Okay. Have a good day.